California.
The best bits ever, right?
So good. You gotta love Jimmy Fallon. Oh, I love it. Well, our next guest, he knows funny guys. Knows them very well. The wait has been unbearable, but the hotly anticipated Hollywood comedy Ted 2 finally hits theaters tomorrow. Let's take a look.
You must be Ted.
Yeah, I'm Ted. This is my buddy John.
Hi.
My uncle says that you guys are my first clients.
It's been discussed, but do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I'm 26.
Ah.
What, is there a problem?
Well, I just don't want my lawyer singing Frozen songs during the opening arguments.
Oh, I'm Samantha Jackson.
Ted, how are you?
Good to meet you, John.
Nice to meet you.
Wait. What's your middle name?
Leslie.
Oh, my God. so you're Sam L. Jackson.
Just like Sam L. Jackson.
Who is that?
You ever seen any movie ever? He's the black guy.
I love that.
Sam L. Jackson.
Sam L. Jackson,
Yeah.
I tell you. All right, we're here now to tell us more is the film's producer and Seth MacFarlane's go-to collaborator, Jason Clark. Welcome to Rise.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Nice
so
to be
much
here.
for being here.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to talk about Ted 2. Ted 1 was a colossal hit. Did you know it was going to be that huge? I mean, if
No,
you think about it, a talking teddy bear and a guy who doesn't want to grow up. I don't get
who
how
would
it
have
works.
guessed? Yeah, exactly. So we when we made the movie, we were hoping that people would get the comedy in it, and
Right.
it seems they really came out and embraced it. It worked worldwide. It was very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was a sequel always
surprising?
Right. Well, was a sequel always in the plan? Like, okay, we've got a trilogy here. This can go on for years.
No, I mean you always hope that a movie plays well enough that you could actually make a sequel from it, and so. After the movie played well, the question was, could we top ourselves? And I think we did. Ted 2 is definitely funnier than the first one.
Now, Ted 1 was huge at the box office. I think it's one of the highest grossing,
Highest grossing original R-rated movie
Right.
ever. Yeah,
Wow.
that's
I
worldwide.
think
Yeah.
I stumbled because in my head I just remember Ted and the girl hooking up in the back room.
Yeah.
I was like, my teddy bear doesn't do that.
Well, I just want you to be clear. He married that girl.
He did marry that
So
girl.
he's an honest man.
He
He
better
made an
have.
honest woman out of her, and he's an honest man.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good to know. So, any pressure to match the success of the first one?
Well, obviously, whenever you set out to make a sequel, you want to make the movie as original and interesting as the first one, which, when you have a teddy bear come to life, that's really hard to top.
A raunchy teddy bear.
Yeah, a raunchy teddy bear. Well, he wasn't raunchy when he came to life. It took him 20 years of sitting around on a couch to realize how raunchy he could be. So on this second one, I think that we really set out to have a real story. So it has heart and it has tons of humor. It's funnier than the first one. I think people are really going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, talk to us about some of the challenges involved in bringing a teddy bear to life.
Well, a lot of people have come up to me and said, hey, do you have like a stuffed bear on set?
Yeah.
Is it puppeted? No, it's 100% CGI. So it's created out of visual effects. And Seth MacFarlane does the voice for Ted, and he does it actually on the set, just off camera. So he's behind the cameramen, and he's giving the lines. And so some of the actors are always kind of like confused at first when they hear the voice coming from, oh, wait, am I supposed to look over here when the scene is playing this way?
Wow.
But once people get used to it, that's one of the challenges that we found. And then Seth does actually the physical performance using a technology called Movin. It's motion capture. They capture his motions, and they apply it to the teddy bear. So that happens in visual effects. We have a visual effects department, and his performance is brought to life. That's very challenging, actually, to create a seamless performance that people believe. And I think we did.
Yeah.
So wait, so when the teddy bear is humping a girl, Seth MacFarlane's in the corner doing that? Are you serious? No.
He will have to physically act it out, but he's alone when he does it.
Okay.
So those movements are Seth's.
Are Seth?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
Must be hilarious to watch.
Okay, let's talk about working with Mark Wahlberg. How does he interact with Seth/Ted, and what has he been like to work with?
Mark is incredible. He's an
Yeah.
incredible actor. He's an incredible collaborator. And you see him staring at the empty chair, acting against it, and then you put Ted in there like 4 or 5 months later, and you realize how subtle that performance is that he's giving. How many little cues that you didn't pick up when you were just watching him alone, but then you see. So he's been an incredible he's taken to it really well.
That's true.
You love the chemistry of those two guys together, and that's what we deliver in this movie. And I hope that everybody comes out and sees Ted 2 this Friday.
Now, he said that his wife wasn't convinced that Ted 1 was going to work at all, and he actually said that she said it would be the end of his career. So.
I think that's the story that I heard from Mark, and And it's funny because it did so well that it was surprising to everyone. But obviously the notion of him starring against a teddy bear at that point was a bit hard for anybody to imagine.
Yeah.
But in the mind of Seth MacFarlane, who's created so many incredible characters, whether it's the Family Guy characters or American Dad, Ted is just another character that he can bring to life like no other.
Yeah, and what's it like working with him? It seems like everything he says is going to be this big joke. And are you as funny as him? How does that work?
No, I have, believe me, I am not known as funny. I'm the taskmaster. But at the same time, working with Seth, he's such a generous collaborator with everybody that's involved, and he knows exactly what he wants. So when you follow him into this kind of performance that you're creating of whole cloth where there's nothing there, it's so amazing to see it come to life because you're in secure hands. And when it finally is rendered, when you finally see the final performance, it's amazing. It has so much subtlety that you forget you're looking at a CGI character and you just think you're looking at some foul-mouthed teddy bear.
Now, how did you meet Seth MacFarlane exactly? And when did you know that you two would be able to make movie magic?
Well, I've had some experience in CGI characters in the past. I made the Stuart Little movie, Stuart Little 1 and 2.
Yes.
And also I worked with the motion capture technology on Monster House, which was another kind of animation mixed with live action technology. So when the opportunity came to do this in an R-rated comedy, which has a very strict budget, you can't spend as much as you can on a big family movie when you make an R-rated comedy.
Because the returns aren't guaranteed to be as great.
Right, you have a smaller audience section. You can only get the R-rated audience, only an adult audience. So when we were confronted with that, it was a great challenge to me. And I read the script and I laughed out loud. And I ended up reading the script maybe 10 times before we made the movie, each time laughing out loud. And I said, each time I read it, I just became more convinced we have to make this because this guy is going to light up a lot of people, make them smile. And I was very, very pleased with how well the first movie played. And I think I'm very pleased with the way the second one turned out.
Well, that's just one testament to not only you, but Seth's genius. And he's really taken the entertainment world by storm lately. He's been doing everything, hosting shows, and just amazing. What is it? I know, right? Of all things. What is it about him and his creations that, just draws pop culture to it?
I think he has a unique point of view, and he's a great writer. And when he looks at things, he's so smart. I mean, as a person, he's a very smart guy. So to watch him in his creative process is exciting because you see a really smart mind at work. And he's so fast and facile. And I think that he's just got an incredible sense of humor. And he draws his line where he draws it. He's kind of equal opportunity as far as who he offends. It doesn't matter. I've been at the back end of that and gotten,
What's that like?
It makes me laugh. Because it's all done and fun. I remember coming and saying, they were working one Saturday writing, him and his writers, and I came in the room and knocked at the room, and I was checking in case they needed lunch or something. I said, "Are you guys okay here? Do you need anything?" He says, "Yeah, we need to be left alone so we can work." But it's in so much fun, the spirit of fun, that it just slammed me. I just cracked up. It's just, he's got a very quick wit, and he's a very generous guy to work with also. So on the other side of that, he really gives people so much room and is a great collaborator.
Oh, Jason. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're a delight.
Yes.
Come back for your next project, okay?
I'm very excited to do that.
Definitely.
right,
And we'll make
thank
sure we
you.
check out Ted 2, and it hits theaters tomorrow.
Yeah, it hits theaters tomorrow. Enjoy it. It's better than the first.
All right,
Ted 2. Catch it.
Ted 2, here we come. You're watching Arise Entertainment 360. We'll be right back. Ted 2.